Somewhere on Earth, there's a person who's going to die completely alone. Not because they were abandoned, not because they had no family, but because they're going to be literally the last human being alive on the planet. Sounds like fiction. It's not. If, starting today, no human being was ever born again, not one, there's an exact calculable date when the human species would stop existing. And the road to get there is way more disturbing than you'd think. This isn't going to be an explosion. It's not going to be a war. It's going to be a clock ticking down, and nobody's going to be able to pause it.
Year 1. You wouldn't notice almost anything. The world keeps going, you go to work, you check the news, life feels normal. Kids who already exist keep growing up like always. But somewhere out there, a maternity ward closes its doors for the last time. Quietly, nobody paying attention. Year 5. Daycares start shutting down. No demand. Hospital nurseries, empty. Diaper companies, baby formula brands, stroller manufacturers collapsing one after another. A $500 billion industry just evaporates. But that's just the appetizer. The real impact hasn't even started yet. 18 years after the last birth, something actually breaks. There's nobody entering adulthood anymore. No incoming college freshmen, no new military recruits, no interns, no apprentices, no young workers entering the workforce. Universities start shutting down entire departments because there are no new students. Militaries around the world lose their main source of recruits. Companies realize there's literally nobody left to replace the people retiring. And here's the part most people never think about. You need young people to do the heavy lifting of civilization. Construction, farming, hospitals. Without replacements, the gears that hold up your everyday life start to grind to a halt. And that's only year 18. It hasn't even gotten serious yet. The average global life expectancy sits at around 73 years. That means with zero replacement, roughly 40 years after the last birth, a massive chunk of the world's population would already be gone from natural causes. Old age, illness, accidents. Life keeps running its normal course, except now nobody's there to replace the people leaving. The world population, over 8 billion people today, would get cut in half. Entire cities would sit partially empty. Residential neighborhoods with more dark houses than lit ones. Schools, abandoned buildings, because the last kid who ever studied there would be pushing 60 by now. And there would still be decades left to go. 70 years after the last birth, humanity as a whole is made up entirely of elderly people. There's no young workforce left anywhere on the planet. Hospitals running on aging staff trying to take care of an even older population. Farms with no one left to harvest. Factories sitting silent because there's no one capable of operating the machines. The infrastructure you rely on every single day, power, clean water, the internet, depends on constant maintenance done by actual people. Without new, trained workers filling those roles, entire systems start failing quietly, one by one. Civilization, at this point, doesn't collapse all at once. It just goes dark, light by light. The oldest scientifically documented human age on record sits at around 122 years. That means, theoretically, the last person born before global reproduction went silent could survive for nearly 120 years after that moment. Sit with that for a second. At some point, there would be exactly one person left alive on the entire planet. No one else from their generation, no one younger anywhere. Not a single other human being left anywhere on Earth. They'd wake up every single day, knowing with absolute certainty that they're the final chapter of a 300,000-year-old story. They would have watched the entire world empty out around them, slowly, year after year, until only they remained, alone, on a planet built for 8 billion people that's now standing empty. And when they finally died, there would be no one left to tell the story. The good news? This is never actually going to happen. Human reproduction isn't going to stop overnight. But the reason this scenario is so unsettling isn't the fiction part. It's the real math behind it. Because now you know, with precision, exactly how long humanity would survive
without a single new birth. And you also know just how fast and how quietly everything we've built completely depends on a next generation that hasn't even been born yet. If this made you think about something you never actually sat down and calculated, send it to someone who's going to be thinking about this all night too. The next time you hear a baby crying somewhere, maybe you'll hear it a little differently.